All right, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Remora. We come to you every week and talk all things crypto, keep you guys up to date, informed, entertained, more importantly, ahead of the markets. My name is Wes, and I'm joined with, as always, Cieri Crypto. What's up, Cieri?
What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Thanksgiving. Guys, today we're going to be looking at Bitcoin series level, correct me if I'm wrong, 37.8, correct?
37,800 to 38,700. That really stupid backwards, that range.
So he's been talking about that for the last few years. Seems to be our local resistance. Can we break above it? And if so, where to next? The king of crypto exchanges has been dethroned. First it was Sam. Now it's CZ. Who could be next and why? Let's talk about that. The SEC going after Kraken again. Apparently, the $30 million settlement reached back in February of this year just wasn't enough to quench the thirst of regulators. So we're going to talk about that and more. And if that sounds good, guys, you know what to do, man. Without wasting any time, let's get to it. Cieri, happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Yeah, man.
How was your day?
How was yours, man? Mine was good. I ate a lot of food. Some stuffing, turkey, a little gravy, nothing original, just the regular old stuff. But man, I'm telling you what, I'm full.
Yeah.
And you get that.
That's what it's all about.
Get that good turkey buzz going on, and so that was good. But
Let me ask you something. And this, dude, this could literally determine our friendship right here, dude. So this is kind of a big deal, man. Are you a turkey or are you a ham kind of guy, man? Turkey or ham? Which one is it, dude? Turkey or ham?
I got to go with turkey, man.
Yes, turkey. All right, cool. Yeah, I got to go with turkey too, man. You gotta love some turkey. Dude, my mom, though, man. You've had my mom's cooking, man. She makes a slamming ham, though, dude. Like, she'll put the pineapples and the honey on the outside. Man, dude, it's so good, dude. Oh, my God, just thinking about that. But turkey, fried turkey, dude, that's the way, man.
Well,
that's the way.
We had something that I've never had before today was sour cream. Well, I guess it's not that big a deal, but it's sour cream and cheese mixed into the mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah, dude,
Pretty
like
good.
A loaded mashed potato.
It was
kind of
like that, yeah, but it was, just with the cheese and sour cream, but it was pretty good. And
skin on or skin off mashed potatoes?
No, it was no skin. But
no skin?
And then we had the chocolate cake for dessert. We had the pumpkin pie, but we also had that Pepperidge Farm chocolate cake, so that was pretty good.
There you go, man. There you go. Sounds good, brother. Yeah, I just worked, man. I worked a little bit. Got off not too long ago, man. Just excited for today's show. I got a lot of plates coming to me tomorrow when I go back to work, so yeah, all good, man. I'm gonna load up tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, man, let's jump into it, dude. There's been a lot of action, a lot of stuff going on here lately, dude. And like I was saying in the beginning, we had CZ, dude. CZ. Who's next, dude? Like it's insane. So I think there is some good to this. And me and you have both talked about, CZ and Binance in the past. And, if you do enough digging on somebody, of course, you're going to find some kind of dirt or whatever. And, but right now, I think that he kind of took the high road for now, man. And I think that this was one of those things. This is one of those events that had everybody on edge because with Binance being such a giant, you know what I mean? Like, if Binance fails, that is going to be terrible for the cryptocurrency space. I think you agree with that, too. How do you feel about that whole situation, man?
Well, I feel like stupid because I put in a short when it came. Look, I've known about this CZ FUD, this Sam Bankman-Fried FUD. I dodged the bullet. I've never used Binance. I never used Binance US. I never used FTX. I never used any. And shout out to Chico Crypto for that's why, because he gave me the warning videos back in 2020. He was talking about all the shady dealings and stuff that was going on. And now here's the deal. Do I know for a fact that CZ was in this? No. But did Chico put forward enough evidence and enough resources and enough stuff that made me go, gee, I want to stay away from that? Yeah, he did. And for that reason, I appreciate the hell out of Chico for that because I dodged 2 bullets, FTX
Right.
and Binance. Now, Chico's also warned about Solana a lot, and I'm bullish on Solana, so maybe I'm being a little hard-headed and I don't want to hear it because I like Solana.
So you have to pick and choose.
You
man.
got to
Like,
pick and choose what you take, even from
gotta
your
make your own decisions.
even from your favorite influencers. And Chico's by far my favorite. Between him and Zombie and Lark, Crypto Jeb, those are my go-tos. But Chico was talking about CZ, talking about this since 2020, literally. So you're talking 3 years. He's been saying don't do it. I even called my buddy last year and said don't use Binance because I've heard bad things. And then he called me back about 6 months later and said, dude, I can't get my money off of Binance. They won't let me get my money off. And I said, I told you, man. I told you not to mess with it. Like,
yeah, they're not insolvent. They just there's apparently what was it? I know it was this week. They're not insolvent. You're not supposed to use Binance if you're in the U.S.
Right.
So on Tuesday, Binance they pleaded guilty in federal court. They were violating bank secrecy acts. They failed to implement anti-money laundering requirements, I think it was, and I guess they agreed to pay $4.3 billion.
Well, there you go.
Fines.
There you go. As long as you got the dough, you can get out of trouble.
$4.3 billion.
You can get out of the trouble with the U.S. as long as you got that bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not an insolvency thing.
Right.
It's more of dude. We can go way deeper into this. I mean, dude, you got to think about it, right?
It's hush money, is what it is.
I was kind of wanting to wait, but like we are in it now.
We're
so
already in there,
dude. You got to remember, CZ or Gensler, didn't he apply to work for Binance not too long ago? Didn't that come out? Me and you, we talked about it not too long ago.
I think so. I think so. There was something like that.
So I'm thinking this is more of a personal thing. There's been talks about BlackRock. I mean, dude, if you're coming into a sector and you are the big dog, like BlackRock or Larry Fink, you're the big dog. What are you gonna do, man? You're gonna take out you're coming into crypto. You're new. You're gonna take out your biggest threat. And that's Binance, dude. Binance is the giant. You've got Coinbase. They're going to work with Coinbase. So I think Coinbase is safe. And then you have Kraken. They're going after Kraken again. Kraken is that next prestigious.
I will tell you this. Kraken has been. Yeah. Kraken legit got a bank license. Like legit went and applied in Wyoming, I think, somewhere out west. And they legit went through all the hoops, all the regulatory hoops. Dude, this is what really makes me mad. Okay, so we already know that Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX and all this stuff. We already know that. Well, we have suspicions that it was done on purpose. In other words, these guys their job was to not only crash the crypto market and create FUD, but also to make a lot of money while they're doing it. And they did both.
Right.
The problem is they got caught. Okay, now what would have happened if Sam Bankman-Fried did not get caught? That's what you got to constantly ask yourself every day. What would happen if SBF did not get caught, did not get in trouble, right? If that would have happened, the same events would have rolled out with CZ, dude. Because here's the thing. If you remember, CZ and SBF were going back and forth about the sale price of FTX. Remember? Like, it's almost like they were trolling each other. So you knew they were going to come after Binance. It was only a matter of time between the New York Attorney General coming after Binance and SBF and CZ's little back and forth banter. But then you got Gensler over here, it's like, come on, bro. How many puzzle pieces do you guys have to put together in your head to see that 97% of all of this was orchestrated? Like,
it was definitely orchestrated.
It was all orchestrated.
They go after Coinbase, knowing they're not gonna win that lawsuit. They went after Coinbase. They went after XRP. XRP was supposed to be working with the banks and the institutions. They were trying to take XRP out. That didn't happen. They're trying to take Coinbase out. That didn't happen. I think that was an act. They put that on as an act to make it seem like the SEC was against these companies. Binance, on the other hand, though, I think this is a direct attack on Binance and CZ to position BlackRock and Larry Fink to be the big dogs in the U.S. coming into the crypto sector, man. That's what I think. I think if you do enough digging, dude. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, dude?
I agree with what you're saying, but
they had to bring them down a notch, man. To so Larry Fink and BlackRock and some of these institutions can kind of get on that level, catch up to to these other exchanges and pretty much take over, man. I think this was definitely orchestrated, like you said.
Yeah, I think that when you look at the Gensler situation, being buddy with SBF's parents and all that kind of jazz, and then you see Janet Yellen coming out and like,
the timing, dude.
Just everything is so, and it's like right before the halving, like. I mean, it's almost not even original anymore, but I agree with what you're saying. Who's the top dog on the block? It's definitely Binance. So, but the thing that...
And what is Binance trying to do? They're trying to get a spot Bitcoin ETF right now.
Now,
the timing of all this, dude, just
remember,
seems,
though, they went after Binance's stablecoin first. You remember that? Where they said, Binance, you're not allowed to have a stable coin. And then Binance said, okay, we'll take our stable coin down. And everybody was all acting like, oh, this is just because they had a beef with the stable coin. But they were backed 1-to-1 with Paxos. Paxos Gold backed their stable coin. So Binance wasn't even in control about. So I'm just like, okay,
that was the whole Binance US thing. And
right,
but nothing's come out about Binance US, dude. Binance US has been quiet, bro.
Clean as a whistle, though. They're clean as a whistle because you can't do nothing. You can't get nothing. You can't do nothing on Binance US. It's like the most. It's a paperweight. So here's the deal. Everyone else in the world uses Binance, right? So here's the US yet again coming in saying, "Oh, we're going to regulate the world." That's unfortunately the politics of this country over the last 40 years has been nothing but let's regulate the world and tell the world what to do and what not to do and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. You can't do that with crypto. You can try, but you can see what happened. I mean, if this is all they got, bro, this is what I'm going to tell you. And I've been calling for this correction down to 31K, and it's just not coming. It's just the Bitcoin just don't care. It's at 35,000. Could we still go down there? I hope we do. I've been waiting for it, but I don't. Bro, if we stay at 35 and they've dumped FTX, they've dumped Binance. They hit, New York. What's left? The only thing left is Tether. So the next thing to come out, you watch, will be the Tether.
So you think Tether's going to be the next target?
New York,
I think Justin's son.
Yeah. Now he is now definitely.
I think Justin's son.
Now that one right there, with that buy my shit token, that video and all that stuff, man. He's and CZ and him are homeboys and maybe a little more.
And I hate to say it, dude. I think Sandeep too, man.
Right. So there is a little bit of
from Polygon. Yeah.
There's a little bit of scariness going on there. So we could get hit with the Tether thing. The Polygon will never get in trouble because homeboy, that's the.
I don't know, dude.
No, Polygon's head top dog. His dad is huge over in China, so they're not gonna mess with him. They got more money and power over there. Believe me.
I get what you're saying.
They'll get out of that. They'll get out of that. They could buy any U.S. court problems. It's like
I think in my opinion, the fact that this was resolved so quickly, and the fact that CZ handled it in the way that he did, they settled concerns about Binance misappropriating user funds, and I think that's a good thing. I'm just gonna say that because that was the biggest fear. This is what everybody was really concerned about. They thought it was gonna be another SBF thing and FTX thing. Fortunately, it wasn't that. This was more of them allowing bad actors to come in and use their platform, even though they were basically turning a blind eye to what they should have been, the number one thing they should have been paying attention to. You know what I mean? And I get it. Like, dude, the U.S. was what made Binance Binance. The U.S. is what brought Binance to the tier that they are at until, the U.S. wasn't allowed to use Binance anymore. So I feel like it was kind of one of those things that all the U.S. users that were using it were kind of just continuously using it, and then Binance just kind of turned a blind eye to it. But now it's gotten to the point to where, I don't know, I feel like they took the right steps. CZ stepped down. They appointed the new CEO. They've brought in a third party, like somebody to come in and audit the finances, make sure the funds are being handled appropriately. And yeah, I mean, I know there's some other stuff behind the scenes with CZ and,
Now I will say this though. Here's the thing though, and I agree with what you're saying, other than the fact where you say it was mostly because of the U.S. Because if you look, the majority of their audience, quote unquote, okay, now that you could take that with a grain of salt because maybe they fudge the numbers, but the majority is in India, Brazil, and Turkey.
yes, right now. I'm talking about when they first opened. When they first started Binance, when they first, the initial opening of Binance.
Before you're talking about before,
yeah, way before all
yeah,
this. Yeah,
I mean, a lot of money came through there, but you got to remember too that the rest of the world is in crypto. Like I was just watching the Macy's Day Parade with the with the balloons, and I'm seeing, okay, we got the SpongeBob balloon, we got a little green dragon balloon, and it's nothing like it used to be, bro. Like the balloons are small. There's like golf carts in between the rides. Like the timing was off. There was no bands in between. Like I remember it was huge. Like, and you're talking so many people. And then we Google searched it and looked at the Brazil Carnival Parade thing. And they're like got jetpacks on and like floating around and flying pianos flying around in a circle with like, Poseidon coming out of the ocean on a $250,000 water jet. And I'm just like, wait a minute, dude. In the U.S., we always think we're number one. We got everything going on. The rest of the world's like poor and they got nothing going on. And I'm like, dude, I'm here to tell you the times have changed. The U.S. is not that number one spot we used to be. And it's sad because when you grow up here, it's not about just, we're the best country in the world. It wasn't like that. It's not like we were trying to magnify ourselves against other countries. But at the same time, it's not fun going from number one to like number 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or whatever. And it's just like, I feel like the spirit of this country has been getting just picked on for quite a while. And I feel like we have brought some of it on ourselves. And it's just sad to watch because now with the crypto thing, you got the rest of the world using Binance and buying crypto. It's like, just because Janet Yellen don't like the U.S. investors being able to buy crypto, the rest of the world is not going to stop buying crypto, right? They're going to keep buying it. They're going to keep buying it. They're going to keep making their money and paying their taxes on it, whatever. And I'm also going to say that a good majority of Americans are not going to stop buying crypto just because Janet Yellen don't like it. So
no, dude, we'll go to DeFi, dude. That's why DeFi is
so. And if they
as big as it is,
they come out with that, and they just, I'm just saying, it's going to be a point where people in this country have got to start standing up for their rights. It's got nothing to do with crypto anymore. It's got nothing to do with bad actors. I mean, give me a break, dude. Here's the thing: SBF took this money. CZ may or may not have been doing these things that they said he did. He stepped down, so obviously he's complying.
He admitted to it. Yeah, he
right.
Yeah.
So maybe
he pleaded guilty. Yeah.
So if he pleaded guilty, but you don't know the media anymore. Just because someone says they pleaded guilty to something, you don't know that. I mean, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Is what I'm saying. We know what the media tells us. We know,
and that's what I'm saying. That's why I think this was all a part of a bigger scheme.
Absolutely.
Involving BlackRock institutions. This is on a whole nother level that people aren't even really seeing right now.
It is.
They're not putting it all together, dude. First Coinbase, then Kraken and XRP. Like it all makes sense to me, man. If you really take a step back, and you get a timeline of everything that's happened, and then you take a step back, and then you say, well, wait a minute. Now we have these institutions coming in with the Bitcoin ETF, and we got Gary Gensler acting crazy, going around, suing every freaking, U.S. exchange, crypto exchange that we have. I mean, I think it's a puzzle and it's all coming together, man.
And like I said, the last piece of the puzzle that has not, the last angel that has not fallen from grace, let's just say, is Tether, dude. That's the last hoorah. Like I
think Tether,
I think they got nothing left because the New York Attorney General still has a case open on Tether, right? And what it is with Tether, I do think there's a high possibility that there was tremendous amount of inflation in Tether. Like they said they had money and they really didn't have enough to back it. I do think that went on with Tether in the early days of crypto. But here's the thing. I think Tether has been in this for 10 years. Like, they've been in the crypto game a long time, bro. And if you're in the crypto game that long, I'm sorry, you get to a certain point.
And they've got backers. Yeah.
You get to a certain point where you're untouchable, bro. Like even if they come at you, even if the regulators come at you and try to shut you down, and then they hit you with the fine or a fee, who cares? That's their end game. What do they charge you? $5.8 billion? Big whoop. You think that's a lot of money, but I'm telling you what, in the crypto game, in the investment game, $5 billion ain't nothing. Like, that's nothing, bro. We move $5 or $10 billion in
especially
like 30
to Binance,
minutes.
dude.
Yeah, we move that much money within a 24-hour period. I've seen $50 billion come into crypto, and 3 hours later, it was down to 30 billion. I'm like, wow, $20 billion just walked in the room and then walked out of the room that quick. So it's nothing, dude. You're talking about a $5 billion fee. So my bet is on watching. Because they say bad things happen in threes, right? So what are we on? Number one, number two? What number is this CZ thing? What came out before CZ? Kraken is one, CZ's two.
If you put it all together, we got
one more to go.
All the banks collapsing. We've gone through a lot, man. We've had all those banks collapsing. We've had inflation going crazy. We've had the SAM FTX thing. We've had I mean, if you're talking about over the last year or two.
No, I mean over the last. I'm talking over the last 2 or 3 weeks. We've had the Kraken thing. And now we've got the Binance, so we got one more to go. Is what bad things come in threes, usually in the investment game.
Kraken, Binance.
So that's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's going to be Tether just yet, but I do think they are going to do somebody else. They're coming after somebody else. Who's it going to be? I don't know. Some people are speculating that old Muskie boy, man, might be.
They can't touch him. He got too much money.
It might come after Musk.
He don't care, dude. He's blowing off rockets. He's like, he don't care, dude. He's down there playing
I'm gonna tell you right now, though, man. Yeah, Musk is a G, dude. I'm
he
not.
He don't care, dude. He's just like, whatever, bro.
Right. But I mean, he would laugh at that. You know what I mean?
He's putting
he
his
would definitely laugh at that. He's got a legal team like no other, dude.
He's putting Teslas up in space, bro, with mannequin space dudes.
Gensler does not want Musk, dude.
No, he don't want to go at him.
Kraken's gonna fight back though, man, and I hope to God they do. They came out and made a statement after the SEC went after him again.
Yeah.
And apparently they're gonna fight back this time, and I think they should, and I think Coinbase is actually gonna back them. I mean, it's almost to the point to where if you're a Bitcoin maxi, if you're an ETH maxi, or you know what I mean? It doesn't even matter anymore. It's going to get to the point where we're all going to have to stand together, dude. We're all going to have to fight this system together, dude. Because it's getting to the point where they're just attacking. Like, Gensler needs, first of all, he's got to go. He's got to go. And I hope that happens sooner than later. He's got to go. But it's going to get to the point where it's so obvious, dude. So what they're doing, anybody can see it. A freaking 2-year-old can see it. And it's getting out of control, man. But I think that, Coinbase is going to back them. I think a lot of people are going to come out on this Kraken issue and help them fight the SEC back this time. Because last time they just laid down and took it. They paid the fine, they moved on. And they're just like the SEC, acting as the mafia as they do. They're coming to shake down Kraken again, and Kraken's not going to do it this time, dude. They're going to fight it. And that makes me proud to see that, they're going to actually fight it this time.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a sad day when people like Kraken who are actually jumping through and using the rules and following the freaking rules and getting regulatory. But they had a freaking banking license, bro. They were the first crypto exchange to actually get a real legit banking license. And when I first got in, I had to wire money through a bank to buy Polkadot because I wanted to buy Polkadot in 2020. And back then, pretty much the only exchange in America I could buy Polkadot was on Kraken. The only way to put money, they didn't even have ACH deposits available then. So what I had to do, I had to physically walk into the bank. I had to go to the bank teller, sit down. I had to fill out 3.5 pages of crap, show them 2 forms of ID. I had to sign like 19 documents. And then I had to pay the bank $35, $36 just to fax the paperwork on the ACH rails or whatever to physically wire the cash to Kraken. So it all went through the banking system, bro. So here's the thing. When they say, oh, well, they're not following the rules, don't give me that crap because the banks made $36 on every person that tried to buy any crypto on Kraken. So if anyone was playing by the rules, it was Kraken. So this whole thing, dude, You're right. It is orchestrated. It's FUD. They're attacking
Yeah, for
people.
sure.
They're attacking people that are doing right. Like Kraken was
Yep.
following the rules, and they're still going after him. I think it's BS, and it makes me angry. I don't like it. I don't like to see it, and I'm getting fed up
Yeah.
with it too. I'm sure a lot of other people feel the same way.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people do, man. They're starting to see it, which is good. I mean, Kraken, I hope they give it all they got, man. Who knows their fate? How long it'll take, or they like to drag these things out to hopefully win by Kraken running out of money or something. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna do everything they can to prolong it, hoping that Kraken runs out of money for their legal team. So we'll see, man. I hope they don't drag it out, but I am glad to see that they're gonna fight it back. But even with this Binance and CZ and the Kraken news, it seems like you were just saying that Bitcoin was like barely affected by this. You know what I mean?
Didn't
And
care at all. It's like no chill.
yeah. So what is next for Bitcoin? We know the 37.8 level is what we're watching. Looking at the charts right now, man, what's your kind of feeling? Like, do you think we're gonna break out? You think we're coming down? We're gonna consolidate? What are we doing right now?
I'm if you look on the daily, I believe on I'm using crypto bubbles right now. Andrew Saunders got me on crypto bubbles.
Yeah, I like the crypto bubbles.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool. But if you look at the daily, we ran up to 37.6. So we didn't even make it to 37.8. Like the traders that see that $37,800 level are front running that level at 37.6 now. So what I'm seeing,
Right.
nothing has changed, bro. When I tell you this was the biggest resistance and support level in the history of Bitcoin, I was not joking about that. So it would not surprise me. Now, if you go to the monthly, you see we got as high as 37,900. So technically, we penetrated the level, but it was short-lived, bro. It was very short-lived. If you go to the monthly on Crypto Bubbles, it'll show you. We went as high as $37,933. Now, is that technically hitting that target? Sure is. And then we hit it 3 more times. 37. Well, no, we hit 37.5, and then we hit 37.5, and then we hit 37.773, which is right at that level. So we've hit our head 1, 2. You might as well say 3 times in the last month. I think we're due for some more, bro. I don't think we have enough juice in the tank. I do not think we're going past the grayscale level because the guys that bought and sold at this level, they bought GBTC, which means they're not if they bought at that level, they're not going to sell right now. They're going to wait to see what happens with the regulators and wait to see what BlackRock's going to do and what everyone else is going to do. So, no, I don't see us going past this level yet. I think we can hit our head on this. This is going to be one of them levels I feel like we could hit 8 or 9 times before we bust through it. And I think there's going to be a lot of chopped up traders in the meantime, me included, because I'm too stupid to not try to trade it. So,
Yeah.
But that's what I see happening. Could I be wrong? I could be wrong. What I'd like to see happen is go up to 37.8 and let's get a cool off and go down to 31,000 real quick. I mean, I would like to see that for cheaper Bitcoin and cheaper Ethereum and to lower the gas prices so that I can cut layer 3 MFers a little bit cheaper. This getting ridiculous,
I think
bro.
a lot of people are calling for that cool off to come down to 31, 33 or whatever. And that's kind of what gets me a little sketched about it.
It might not happen, bro. It might not.
It might not happen, man.
Everybody's
Everybody's expecting it. It might not happen. But we do know for a fact we know for a fact the halving is within 5 months. It's like around 5-6 months max. We know for a fact that that's coming. We know for a fact the potential for the Bitcoin ETF is coming. January 10th is that deadline that everybody's talking about. We know for a fact that. Even Hong Kong, dude, they're talking about getting the spot Bitcoin ETF. It's like the second, biggest. What am I trying to say? I just ran out of steam for a second. Economy, with Hong Kong and China, these guys over there. We know for a fact that that's all taking place, and then. We got to look at these rate cuts. We don't know when that's going to happen. That's not factual, but we do know that inflation's coming down. We know things are starting to really turn around, and eventually they're going to have to turn the money printer on, dude, and they're going to have to bring the rates down. So We know that for a fact. All that's gonna happen. So I think it's just a matter of time, man, and these things playing out. So, but as far as the short term, dude, I have no idea. I would like to see it go back down to 30K, man. I'd like to see it back at 20K right now, man. I'm very underexposed, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah,
So
I hear you about that, man.
yeah.
The 25, let's just call it the 25 to 30K range.
Yeah.
You're not going to probably see that without a lot of FUD or a lot of negative, like real black swan type stuff. You probably won't see the 25 with that. I thought we should have already went down there, but, it's like you said, man. The best thing, like, if you got a couple of bucks and you're not sitting on big money and you want to do something, I switched from the trading because I was getting hacked up. I switched over back to just stacking, dude, and I'm just stacking GMX, and I'm just staking it. So while the market wants to play these games, while Fink and all them want to play these games, dude, all right, let's play some games. I'm going into liquidity pools right now. It's either, and Andrew Saunders, shout out to him. He said he's going into stables right now. When people like that who are in this market a long time and know things, you want to pay attention to that, and you don't want to be on the gambling side of things. So to me, what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at some low caps, but I'm also looking at, just straight up staking good projects. Grail, GMX, I'm sticking to the ones I like, the ones I trust, the ones I know.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a good play when the market's going sideways. I think that's the best thing you can do. If unless you got a big pile of money you want to trade with, and you're okay losing it, but if you're a little tight with the budget, I think you're better off staking right now than you are trading. And but yeah, dude, shout out to everyone on Hashflow, because Crypto Remora held that #1 spot all day today. We were at that #1 on Hashflow. Yeah, man, that was pretty sweet to see our name up there, and Wes has been doing most of the work on the wallet with that. So you held that down, man. Now that I said that, they're going to come get us. But here's the thing.
Of course.
For everybody who comes and gets us, I'm telling you this again. Layer 3 will get cut.
They will get punished, man. So that's you guys doing that
you guys,
to Layer 3. It ain't us.
It's not
dude.
us, dude. We told you.
That's on you guys, man. Y'all are doing that. We definitely told you.
And I don't like doing it. I don't like doing it, but here's the thing.
No, dude, it sucks, man. But it's got to be done, dude.
I was in place number 50, and so what I did, I started looking at who was lower than me, right? So if you're, I was going to let you know, if you're weaker than me or you're lower than me, I'm going to attack you, and that's what's going to happen. Is that dirty? Absolutely. But this is war.
Absolutely it is.
So I'm going for like that 85 to 90th place. If I'm in 60th, I'm looking at like 75, just the ones that are trying to catch up to us. Like, I want them to have a little bit of hope, and then I want to take that hope away from them so that they don't even try to catch up to the donkeys. Because I think we got this one in the bag, man. I think we got this one in the bag.
I think so too, man. Feels good. I think we're in a good position, dude. So, absolutely, man. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, man?
No, man. I just want to say, we're gonna regroup again next week. But just everybody, if you're nervous right now, if you're scared, don't be scared out of your actual Bitcoin. Don't be scared out of your ETH. Don't be scared out of any of your big caps. Don't over leverage right now. But like we were saying, man, if you're on the sidelines, you're sitting on your hands and you're bored, stake some good projects. That way at least you're treading water and you're staying above, you're keeping your head above water at least. And, look at some cheap projects that you like in DCA. That's the best you could do right now.
Man, for sure. Yeah. Awesome, man. Guys, happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful for every single one of you for being here today on Thanksgiving. If you're watching us today, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate the support more than you guys know. The Crypto Remora, we stuck with this name because of the meaning behind it and what it represents. We represent these smaller guys and the smaller guy that might struggle to put food on the table for their family, or that works the 9-to-5 job, living paycheck to paycheck. We represent those guys mainly, but also the experienced crypto guys, man. So if that's you, we appreciate you guys for being here. We hope to maybe help some of you guys transform your lives. the same way that crypto's kind of helped us transform our lives. So yeah, with everything, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys for being here. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a good one. And yeah, much love to you guys. Much love to the donkeys. And until next time, peace out.